Postal Service containers. But what we were trying to do when we determined that there were ballots being pulled out from underneath this table is, what was the chain of custody? Where did they come from? Who put them there? When did they put them there? We only reviewed this at about 1 in the morning last night for a couple of hours, so we're going to need about 14 hours to watch it carefully because we fast-forwarded through it several times and could not find that particular frame, but here's what we can tell you for sure. At about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to roll this back and show it to you. There you go. So now they're going to start pulling these ballots out from under this table. This table, the black one, was placed there by the lady with the blonde braids at about 8:22 a.m. in the morning. So she put that table there. So the same person who's staying behind now, the same person who cleared the place out under the pretense that we're going to stop counting, is the person who put the table there at 8:22 in the morning. Yeah, I saw 4 suitcases come out from underneath the table. Yeah, upper right hand, you see the gentleman in the red. So he just pulled one out. So what are these ballots doing there, separate from all the other ballots? And why are they only counting them whenever the place is cleared out with no witnesses? Okay, so 8:21. You'll notice the table's not there at all. Here it comes. There's the table going in that we're talking about where the ballots were obscured. That lady who's moving it is the lady with the blonde braids. She's dressed differently in the morning, so it took us a while to figure out that's the same person that you see at night with the blue apron on who's yelling for everyone to leave and who stays behind to help tabulate ballots after they've all left. So I can see that she's the one who chose to place that table there, close to the scanners. And so the video is still under review. We need to spend hours reviewing carefully how those ballots got there. But we can tell you that it appears to be an aberration from how the other ballots were handled in that room throughout that day.
We heard from the Secretary of State's office earlier, just a couple hours ago, that they've investigated this repeatedly, that they had a monitor on site the entire time. And frankly, this has been debunked for weeks by our Secretary of State's office.
I doubt he's seen the video.
Then I think the courts will probably be able to handle this once you present your evidence to them. As I'm aware, there have been about 40 lawsuits dismissed already. And according to the law of the state of Georgia, we do not have the power to submit alternate electors. The provision in the law is quite clear at 21-501F.
Is there a question?
Senator, we'll ask questions. We'll have a time for statements at the conclusion.
My question is, the question is, since this has been debunked repeatedly, what evidence can you give to us that counters what our elections officials have presented us with only an hour ago?
You just saw it. Your officials need to watch the video.
What about the fact that they say that they had a monitor there the entire time?
I can't speak for them.
Well, thank you.
They did not have a video.
They said they had a monitor the whole time.
Okay.
You're looking at the room.
There's no Secretary of State.
Then maybe we should invite them back in.
All right. Well, we may need to do that.
My question is simply, and if this was addressed earlier, forgive me, but who's in charge of the cameras? Who were they placed there under the Secretary of State's office or by Fulton County? And who's in charge of monitoring them? And who's in charge of securing whatever footage is there and the data?
They're operated by the State Farm Arena. The State Farm Arena.
So these were not placed there for the purposes of that facility being used to count ballots?
That's correct.
This is just regular old security cameras
they
that just
use
happen to be
these
there.
for, if you're in the arena and you have a slip and fall or there's a fight or something happens in the arena, these videos are, as I understand, are subpoenaed all the time.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Senator Beach, just let me get your microphone on.
Yes.
Is it on? Yes. Hello? Yes.
Maybe a question for Senator Parent. I heard you say several times this has been debunked.
But I also just heard that this video just appeared last night, so how could it have been debunked?
Well, my response, not being an expert, is that these very allegations came up right away after the election, almost a month ago, and have been repeatedly discussed by the Secretary of State's office, including everything that we're seeing here.
But is this
And
not
there have
the-
been explanations for all of it.
Is this not the first time this video has been shown?
I believe that this is the
Yes.
first time this video has been
Yes.
seen.
And
It
the news-
is.
And
That's
the news
correct.
media hasn't seen this video or have not?
They have
put it
not.
out? They have not.
Because
put
I've
it
been
out.
I've been in contact with counsel for the State Farm Arena, and
Will be today.
Okay,